Something very special is about to enter the national sporting calendar in 2010, and it's happening right here in Nottingham. A city with a passion for sport, home to so many teams and indeed legends. It's no surprise that some of Nottingham's fantastic sporting facilities and surrounding countryside are about to play host to a new endurance race. The event is based at Holme Pierpont, the National Water Sports Centre in the borough of Rushcliffe, and one of the region's most famous sons has even inspired the race name. Coming up on the show, we'll have highlights action from the Outlaw Triathlon and the open water swim warm-up event, as athletes across all ages and abilities push themselves to the limit to claim the right to be called outlaws. Here's race director Ian Hamilton.
The concept was probably thought about a couple of years ago. It's always been an ambition, but over time, you get closer to reaching your ambition, really. So a couple of years ago, started thinking seriously about it. 18 months, we went with all our plans to the local authorities, and really, we needed to get by. An event the size of this, you need to get a lot of support locally. So we got all that in place, and then within reason, this time last year, we launched the event to the public, saying that we're going to, the event was going to be here. This was the name of it, and the feedback that we got was great. Instantly, probably got 500 entries in 3 days. From our point of view, untested event. Obviously, a very tested venue. We've been working here organising triathlons for about 20 years, but to launch an event such as this and get 500 entries in 2 days was amazing. We had a limit of 1,000. On race day we're going to have 800 because there's a lot of people that end up dropping out. Over that time we've spent the last sort of 6 months fine-tuning the bike course, fine-tuning how everything else works. And then the last few weeks have been when the real hours sort of start and kick in and that sort of thing. We're really fortunate that we've got 300 volunteers tomorrow, and that's just absolutely fantastic. We've got the local triathlon clubs, we've got local volunteers from Nottingham. It's just the support has been absolutely tremendous, and because of that, we know that this isn't just a one-off event; it's going to become an annual event.
Alongside the Outlaw events, and indeed across the summer, Rushcliffe have hosted a whole series of cultural and sporting events aimed at promoting participation in a range of activities. Here's Eddie Fearon to explain.
We have Nottingham Forest Football Club, we have the Notts County Cricket Club, we've got the Nottingham Rugby Club. All of these people are partners with us in helping keeping our community active and healthy, and we're pleased to be working with them. We're very lucky in Rushcliffe. We live in an area that's urban, rural, and at the same time we've got access to the city and all the facilities that it offers. We're one of the healthiest neighbourhoods in the country.
More from Eddie and Ian later in the show, but right now it's time to get to the action at a very special warm-up event for the Outlaw Triathlon. The day before the Big Three, the organisers staged an open water swim in memory of Olympian Gaynor Willis's husband Simon. The 3 categories of event received amazing support. First up was the 500 metre swim. The Blue Caps headed into the Holme Pierpont main lake for the sprint event, but in the gold cap, denoting an international swimmer, former British Olympian Graham Smith was looking to roll back the years to his Olympic bronze in Atlanta in 1996. He had a cracking battle against Manchester's Jane Shadforth, but in the end Graham was giving her a few too many years and recent hours in the training pool to stay with the pace of the youngster. And Jane, a triathlete from the Tameside Triers, romped it to take the first title of this weekend of sporting endeavour. Congratulations to Jane. Next up, the 1500 metre race, and a chance for more former Olympians to once again enter the competitive fray, but also take the opportunity to remind us why they are all here in support of Gaynor Willis. Kevin Boyd and Paul Easter were with Clayton Lucas just ahead of the race.
Well guys, you're here for the open water swim in aid of a good cause. Yes, that's right. I mean, we're all friends here, former Olympians. Unfortunately, last year, a good friend of ours, Gaynor Willis, lost her husband Simon very suddenly and unexpectedly to heart disease. Obviously, the British Heart Foundation is the charity that is being supported by this series of swims, and it's nice for us to try and do our bit for that. And if a little bit of good can come from it, then all the better.
Former Olympians indoors, slightly different formats. You're out on the open water. How are you going to face that?
I think we're just going to hopefully rise to the challenge, and in the pool we're used to looking down at a line on the bottom of the pool and keeping us straight. I think we'll have to keep sticking our heads up every now and then to make sure we're going in a straight line, and instead of swimming 1500 metres, swimming 2000 metres by swimming wonky. So keep your mouth shut as well. This water's probably not as good as the chlorine water we're used to, but we'll give it a bash and see what happens.
In the 1500 metre race, the Yellow Caps were joined by a special guest, the leader of Nottingham City Council, John Collins, a major supporter of this inaugural Outlaw Triathlon weekend, who proved that the city doesn't just talk a good game, they're also prepared to be part of the action in every way. Away they went in the mid-distance open water swim, and before long it was Mid-Bed Swimming Club member Aidan Burkeye that was moving away from the field. In the end, it was a very confident and competent swim from Aidan, in amongst some seriously talented aquatic company. This was the swim that Gaynor Willis and family took on alongside a host of fellow Olympians, including Maggie Kelly, Paul Foster and Kevin Boyd. We'll be hearing more from Gaynor, Maggie and Kevin in a moment, but first of all let's hear from the winner, who finished the swim going like a steam train. Well done, Aidan.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, I was just trying to swim my own race and, just get out there in front and just keep going and going and going. Yeah.
Fantastic, great job, well done.
Thank you very much.
Former Olympians, there must be a little bit of competitive edge. Who actually came in first out of the group?
Maggie. I'm ashamed to say it was me, but I did promise that we'd stay all together, but I got carried along with the wave and couldn't hold back. Sorry, folks.
I'm not sure whether we'll be keen to get out on a bike and then go for a 10k run at the end or whatever, but yeah, there's still that competitive edge at the end. You're on somebody's feet and you say, can I take him, can I? So yeah, it's good buzz, it's been a good feeling, it's a good event.
It was a terrific start to the last open water swim race. 3,000 metres the top distance, but you wouldn't know it with the pace that this field went off at, the green hats turning the water to foam. This race was close, a great dust up for the first half at least. But at the turn, the strength of talented youngster Grant Matthew Quigley of the Swim Shop team began to show through as he powered away from the field to win in the end by some distance. It was a great first day of competition at the Outlaw and a good warm-up event for the big showdown in the following day's triathlon. The scene was set for a thrilling finale to this weekend of racing. Let's hear from the last of the Saturday winners.
Anything can go wrong in open water. It's not like pool swimming where you've got your own lane. A bit more tough than that. Anything can go wrong. As I say, you can get stuck in weeds or you can hit the side or anything. So I was just trying to make that distance as big as I could.
The open water swims are complete, and tomorrow will bring a very different day for the Outlaw competitors, when it will be out of the water and straight onto the bike to cycle through Nottinghamshire's countryside, then off the bike and on with the running shoes to attempt to finish the first ever Outlaw Triathlon. Join us after the break to see how they get on.